Hello student, today's topic is array. Array is a group of element of some data type referred by is same name. Is every time array is declared by the same name and declared with some data type. Each element of array identified by its index number value. Its index number is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to the user is declared. While declaring an array can specify its upper and lower bounds. Its upper bound is 0 and here is lower bound is 5. Here you are declared the array size is 5. Here is upper bound is lower bound is 0 and the upper bound is 5. Lower bound is also known as the base of the array. The base of the array is 0 because array is declared, the base value is 0 and their upper bound is 5. Every time array is declared with public, then array name, then lower limit to upper limit, lower limit to upper limit as a data type. By default, the every time the arrow has a 0 base, and to change its base value to declare its array, suppose you have declared the array size is 5, then there is lower base is 0 and their upper base is 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 1, 5. Here is element is contained, 5 elements is contained in the 5 array. In Visual Basic there are the two types of array. First is single dimensional array and second is multi-dimensional array. First is single dimensional array and second is multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array. First is single dimensional array and second is multi-dimensional array. Firstly, see the single dimensional array. The single dimensional array, there is first is single dimensional array. The single dimensional array is also known as the fixed size array. To specify the upper bound within the parenthesis, the every times the array is declared to specify the upper bound. Every time declare is array with the upper bound. If suppose you declare the array upper bound is 5, according to the number elements are stored, is declare is array is 5, is lower bound is 0 and their upper bound is 5. The syntax of the single dimensional array is public and then array name, public array name, then lower limit to upper limit, as data type, you need to store to declare the 10 element. The array size is declared the 10 elements, then you have enter the 10 values. Suppose you declare the public names 10 as a string Here you declare the arrays as a public. Name is array name. The here is array name is names, and lower limit to upper limit you declare as a 10 as a data type. Here is declare the data type as string. Here you store the name of 10 students. In the case of declaring 10 different variable, you cannot very practical. In the you have stored the 10 student names and 10 names in your the array. Array can be declared using the dim statement followed by the name. Syntax is dim variable name variable name and their limit and main subscripts as a data type. Their subscript when dim array is declared with also using the dim statement. Dim statement is every time declared for the variable declaration dim variable name, their limit and their subscripts as a data type. Dim x5 as an integer, dim x5 as an integer. Here is declare dim variable is declared, x is a variable, their lower limit to upper limit is 5 as a data type and is integer is 5. Here you are entering the 5 element, upper bound and their lower bound. Here is upper bound is 5 and their lower bound is 0. Another dim int array, name 20 as an integer. Here dim is declared for the array declaration. Array name is int array. Their size is 20 and is declared as a integer as a data type. In this way, single dimensional array is declared. The single dimensional array is also called as the fixed array, fixed size array, which always remain the same size. It cannot be changed at the runtime. The lower limit is specified, considered to be the 0, and their upper bound cannot exceed the range of the long data type. In this way, the array declaration can be appear in the declaration section. Suppose dim sum is the array name is 25 is declared as a double. Dim sum 25 as a double. The first declaration index is 0 and another declaration index is 25. Here is 0 to 25. Here is element is hold the 26 element. The 26 how the 26 elements are hold? The first is 0 to 25. Another way declare dim counter 1 to 25, 1 to 50 as integer. Here is declare dim for the declaration of the array, declaration of the variable. Dim counter is array name and its contain the value is lower bound is 1 and their upper bound is 50. Here is contain holds the 1 to 15 elements and there is contain is which types of the element is integer value, integer elements is contain and the counter is an array name. 1 to 15 means 15 elements is contained in the array, and there it is also called as the fixed size array. Why it is called as fixed? Because it remains the size, it cannot be changed at the runtime. It is a fix. Which types of the array you have declared? Suppose you have declared the array is 25. Here is element is contain the 25 elements. Their array size is not changed. Second is multi-dimensional array. Second is multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array is used to store related information. It can specify the upper and lower bound within the parentheses. While declaring a multi-dimensional array, it can specify their upper bound and lower bound within the parentheses while declaring the multi-dimensional array. In the single dimensional array, you can declare only the upper bound, not declare the lower bound. It can declare in the multi-dimensional array is used to store the multiple dimensional array element. It can declare the upper bound and it can declare the lower bound also. Multi-dimensional array allows to use to keep the related information in an example. For example, to track a telephone number and register user, you can use a two-dimensional array to store the value. In user basic, you can declare the array of a multiple dimensional. Two-dimensional array is 10 by 10. In this way, it is declared as dim for the declaration, dim. emp for the emp is an array name. (35) as an integer, and its employee information is stored from 54 to 35, and its size is 54 and the 35. Another example is dim double dimensional arrays, multi-dimensional array. Suppose you have declared the array size is 35 to 54. 35 to 54 is two-dimensional array. 35 first is containing 35 and second is containing the 54. Here is double arrays declare 1 to 10. In this example, dim employee information. First is arrays containing 35 elements and second is containing 55 elements. Which type? Integer types. Here the double array is first is containing 1 to 10 and second is containing 1 to 12 as integer. First dimension is containing 1 to 10 and second is containing 1 to 12. Another example, dim double array 9 as integer. First is containing 9 element and another is containing 9 element. In this way, multi-dimensional arrays declare. Multi-dimensional array is specify the upper bound and the lower bound within the parentheses while declaring the multi-dimensional array. Here is multi-dimensional array declared. Here is declared the upper bound and here is declared their lower bound. Is upper bound is containing the 9 elements and the lower bound is containing the also 9 elements. Then the next is dynamic array. The another method of creating a array to create a dynamically, it can store its size anytime. Dynamic array can be used if it is not decided how many elements of the array is going to have. Dynamic array gives the ability to changing the size of an array at the runtime. You can declare the array as a dynamic by giving it can the empty dimension. The dynamic array can be used if it is not decided the how many elements of the array is going to have. In the single dimensional and the multi-dimensional, user is to know how many elements of the array is contained, how many elements the is contained in your array. But in the dynamic array, another method of creating the array to create the dynamically, it can be change its size anytime. Anytime the size of the array is changed, user do not know the how many element. Dynamically array give the ability to changing the size of the array at the runtime. In the single dimensional and the multi-dimensional, it is not possible the size of the array change at the runtime. User declare the upper bound and the lower bound. The size of the arrays do not change, but in the dynamic array, size of the array change. It is declared as their syntax. Syntax of the array is dim array name, dim array name, dim array name as data type, dim a as integer, you can also allocate the actual number of the element. With this reading statement can appear only the procedure allocate the actual number of element with the reading. In this way the array is declared dim a as an integer. Here is not declare the size of the array. The array's size of the array is declared at the runtime. Runtime you have declared the 10 number, you can declare the 5 number. In this way the allocated of the actual number of the element is dynamically at the runtime. Next is reading statement. In this dynamic array, next statement is used, reading statement. The reading statement can specify the upper bound and lower bound of the array at runtime. So the bound of the array changes when the statement executes. You can use this statement to change the data type until and unless the data type is variant. In the dynamic array, you cannot specify their upper bound and the lower bound at the runtime, but by using the reading statement, you can specify their lower bound and their upper bound at the runtime. You can use this statement to change the data type. In this way, use reading statement is used for their specify their upper bound and lower bound at the runtime. Reading array name, their subscripts mean their upper bound and their lower bound as integer. Here you declare their lower and their upper bound size of their array. Here is declare the redeem statement is used for you can specify their upper bound and lower bound. Redeem statement is used can specify the upper bound and lower bound at the runtime. So bound of the array changes when the statement is executed. Next is preserve keyword. Next is preserve keyword. When return statement is executed, it changes the elements of the array. So ensure that will not be lost the existing data. Only the upper bound of the last element of the array will be modified. So to ensure that will not be lost the existing data. Existing of the data, only the upper bound of the last element of the array will be the modified. So you can use the preserve statement with reading statement. You cannot lose their upper bound and the lossing of the data. You will not lose the existing data. Only the upper bound of the last element of the array. Last element of the array only the modified. You can use the preserve statement with reading statement. Change the size of the array without losing the data into array. You cannot do by using the reading with preserve keyword. In this we use reading. Do not lose the existing data. Which existing data is in by using the reading statement. This data is not losing, or this reading with preserve with preserve variable name and their subscripts. Subscripts means their upper bounds. Redeem, for example, redeem preserve. Redeem use with preserve and they declare their array name and their size. Redeem preserve is used with redeem. Firstly you write the redeem and array by without losing the value of the existing element. Use the upper bound function to refer to the upper bound. Use with preserve keyword with redeem preserve, then array name. You declare their array name and declare their size. In this way redeem and the preserve statement is used. Today close your session. Thank you.